Welcome to Oldies but Goodies Sing Along. If you're new here, I'm Rochii Thomas, and each Friday evening at 6 p.m. I take a musical trip back in time with gospel music. Here we have fun, yes we do. We sing songs we know and we learn songs we don't know. Coming up in this week's episode, whisper the words of a prayer and you'll find him there, arms open wide, love in his eyes. No one ever cared for me like Jesus. There's no other friend so kind as he. Please remember, there is someone who cares about you enough to intercede with God on your behalf. So when it seems you're all alone and your heart will break in two, remember someone is praying for you. Truth be told, this is my version of family worship, and so you should really stick around. I promise you won't regret it. Now, if you are a returning member of my YouTube family, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I should make a welcome back song. I like a jingle, you know? Anyways, it is now time to take a musical trip back in time. Smile, make them think you're happy. Lie and say that things are fine, and hide that empty longing that you feel. Don't ever show it, just keep your heart concealed. Why are the days so lonely? I wonder where can the heart go free? And who will dry the tears that no one sees? There must be someone to share your silent dreams. Caught like a leaf in the wind, looking for a friend. Where can you turn? Whisper the words of a prayer and you'll find him there, arms open wide, love in his eyes. Jesus, he meets you where you are. Oh, Jesus, he heals your secret scars. All the love you're longing for is Jesus, a friend of a wounded heart. Joy comes like the morning. Hope deepens as you grow, and the peace beyond the reaches of your soul comes flowing through you, for love has made you whole. Once like a spoke the words of a prayer, and you found him there, arms open wide, love in his eyes. Jesus, he meets you where you are. Oh, Jesus, he heals your secret scars. Oh, the love you're longing for is Jesus, a friend of a wounded. Jesus, he meets you where you are. Oh, Jesus, he heals your secret scars. Oh, the love you're longing for, oh, the love that you need is Jesus, a friend of a wounded. Jesus, he meets you where you are. Oh, Jesus, he heals your secret scars. Oh, the love you're longing for, oh, the love that you need is Jesus, a friend of a wounded heart. Oh, a friend of a wounded heart. Oh, a friend of a wounded heart. He's a friend of a wounded heart. Jesus is indeed the friend of a wounded heart. All the love that you're longing for and all the love that you need is Jesus. Let us now get into our feature, the word for today. Today's word for today is care. Care. Care is a noun and it means a disquieted state of mixed uncertainty, apprehension, and responsibility, painstaking or watchful attention. A person or thing that is an object of attention, anxiety, or solicitude. Regard coming from desire or esteem. Care is also a verb, and it means to feel trouble or anxiety, to feel interest or concern. James Durst said, "Help one another. There is no time like the present, and no present like time." The word for today was care, and the definition was retrieved from the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. I would love to tell you what I think of Jesus, since I found in him a friend so strong and true. I will tell you how he changed my life completely. He did something that no other friend could do. No one ever cared for me like Jesus. There's no other friend so kind as he. No one else could take the sin and darkness from me. Oh, how much he cared for me. Every day he comes to me with new assurance. More and more I understand his his word of love, but I'll never know just why he came to save me, till someday I see his blessed face above. No one ever cared for me like Jesus. There's no other friend so kind as he. No one else to take the sin and the darkness from me. Oh, how much he cared for me. No one ever cared for me like Jesus. There's no other friend so kind as he. No one else could take the sin and darkness from me. Oh, how much he cared for me. Hi, family. It's Rochii Thomas here, and I am so glad that you stuck with me through season 1, season 2, and now we're at season 3 of Oldies but Goodies Sing Along. For some of you, it's the nostalgia. For some, it may be learning new songs. For others, you might just like some good old gospel music. Whatever your reason for joining me, I am glad that you are here. So, like the videos and leave a comment of your favorite song for each episode, and definitely subscribe so you do not miss the next episode of Oldies but Goodies Sing Along, your favorite Friday evening musical trip back in time. Welcome back. Today's scripture for reflection is found in Acts 13 verse 5, and it says, Peter was therefore kept in prison, but constant prayer was offered to God for him by the church. King Herod set out intentionally to harass and hurt the believers post Jesus' ascension to heaven. So he intentionally killed James, one of the original 12 disciples, and when he saw that it pleased the church people when he saw that it pleased the Jews, Herod imprisoned Peter with the intention of killing him too. But because of one of the feast days, the days of unleavened bread, he just imprisoned him. To ensure that Peter did not get away, King Herod commanded that 4 squads of soldiers were to guard Peter, and an additional 2 are to be bound with Peter on his left and on his right. So, if Peter even tried to turn on his side, you know the soldiers who were bound with him would have felt this movement. Now, let me paint the picture for you. It is night, and because everyone is now confident that Peter cannot get away, they all fell asleep. Soon, a light came and shone in the prison, but it did not even wake Peter. The angel had to wake Peter up and tell him, grab your clothes, put on your shoes, on y va, let's go. My words, of course. And of course, Peter thought he was seeing a vision. He must be dreaming, or so he thought. But he grabbed his stuff anyways, and they walked past the first guard post. Nobody stopped them. They walked past the second guard post. Nobody stopped them. Then they came to the big iron gate that leads to the city, and because there is nothing new under the sun, the big iron gates swung open on their hinges as if they were power-operated automatic gates. I can imagine Peter's eyes must have opened wide, but yet he thought he was still in a dream. Then the angel carried him down one street and physically left Peter. Now, Peter came to his senses, and realizing what had just happened, he said to himself, "Now I know for certain that the Lord has sent his angels and he has delivered me from the hand of Herod and from all the expectation of the Jewish people." Now, I just want to pause right here and tell someone this. There are people who will intentionally instigate a fight or intentionally try to harm for the mere sake of harassing you or testing to see if your faith is as strong as you say it is. Remember Job? The devil came and told God if God should remove his hedge of protection around Job just a little and allow the devil to touch him, then Job would renounce God. But Job never did, no matter what the circumstances that came his way. As a matter of fact, let me just tell you that no matter the amount of security or preventative measures the devil puts in place to stop God's work from happening, God can still carry out his deliverance plan in your life. King Herod had 4 squads of soldiers and even 2 on either side of Peter, and none of them could stop the angel from carrying out God's plan for Peter's deliverance. Sometimes we see the doors and gates of blessings open and we are walking through it, but we feel like we're in a dream. It's too good to be true. It doesn't feel real. But we need to realize that we did not achieve this of ourselves. It was indeed God's work in our life. Peter said, "I know for certain that the Lord sent the angel." Another thing Peter was certain about was that he could rely on his brethren. I cannot recall seeing in the Bible that Peter knew there was a prayer service being held at John Mark's mother's house, nor whether he expected it to continue as long as it did into the night. But Peter had every single confidence that if he showed up at this house, he would be okay, and so he did. When Peter knocked on the door and Rhoda heard his voice, she was so filled with excitement that she forgot to open the door and ran to tell everyone that their prayers had been answered. I don't have time to get into this aspect of praying and not 100% believing that it will come true. That is a whole different story. But the takeaway tonight is that while Peter was going through his trial, there was somebody praying for him, whether he knew it or not. While Peter was grieving the loss of James and probably wondering, why did God spare him? This is my assumption. I don't know if the Bible said it. I did not see it. This is my assumption. But while Peter was probably sleeping after making his peace with God, that if God allows him to die, he knows he has fought a good fight. While all of this was going on, the brethren were praying for him and they did not grow weary. So I just want to encourage you tonight. I do not know your circumstances. I don't know your bargain with God, nor do I know your promises with God. But one thing I can promise you is that if things are looking really dismal right now, or you're just hoping that things will get better, please remember, someone is standing in the gap for you, calling out your name and praying for your strength. There is someone who cares about you enough to intercede with God on your behalf. So if it seems that you're all alone, and maybe your heart is breaking into, please, for the love of Jesus and his disciples, please remember, someone is praying for you. Have the crowds round you gathered in the midst of the storm? Is your ship tossed and battered? Are you weary and worn? Don't lose hope, someone's praying for you this very day. And peace be still is already on the way. Someone is praying for you. Someone is praying for you. So when it seems you're all alone and your hearts will break into, remember someone is praying for you. Oh, someone is praying for you. Someone is praying for you. So when it seems you're all alone and your heart will break into, remember someone is praying for you. When it seems that you've prayed till your strength is all gone and your tears fall like raindrops all the day long, he cares and he knows just how much you can bear. He'll speak your name to someone in prayer. Oh, someone is praying for you. Someone is praying for you. So when it seems you're all alone and your heart we have for tonight. Since you've made it so far in the video, type God cares about me in the comments. Type God cares about me in the comments. Do you remember the month of hymns that we did in season 1? You are just in time for our oldies but goodies Friday evening worship sessions. Yes, this month, February, we will be singing hymns. So please remember to place in the comments below the hymn that you would like to hear me sing, or send me a message on any one of my social media handles, which will be shown on your screen. Yeah, I know some of you remember. Those of you who've been here since season 1, you remember the month of hymns. Now, if you have not watched season 1, now would be a good time to just click on the description. You will see a link there to season 1 and season 2. So go ahead and binge watch those and get ready for some hymns. I have something up my sleeve for you hymn lovers, so you're gonna want to stick around for that. And I am really glad that you have stuck around for this episode of Oldies but Goodies Sing Along. Before you go, make sure you have liked, commented, shared, and subscribed to my channel. As usual, the instrumentals used in this episode will also be in the description below. So, until we meet again next week Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time and 5 p.m. for my Caribbean family, for our next episode in Oldies but Goodies Sing Along, I'm Rochii Thomas. Have a blessed Sabbath. Bye. Every day he comes to me with new assurance. More and more I understand his word of love. But I'll never know just why he came to save me, till someday I see his blessed face above. No one ever cared for me like Jesus. There's no other friend so kind as he. No one else to take the sin and the darkness from